Welcome to my channel. I'm Athena. This is my channel, Stitching Goddess Designs. This is a channel about cross stitch and Harry Potter. Thank you for coming back. If you are returning, I've seen the magical number go up a little bit. So welcome if you're finding me, maybe from StitchCon or I don't know. Let me know. Let me know if somebody's shouting me out and I don't know about it. I want to say thank you. So let me know how you found me. My shoulders are weird. Okay. If you're new, welcome to the fun. We've got some cross stitch. Yes, I have a little bit of haul. No magical haul. Y'all, I'm supposed to be getting an Accio box and a Lit Joy box. They were both supposed to ship mid to late June. Well, y'all, it's June 28th. So where's my boxes? I want both of them. So it's going to be a big magical haul if and when we ever get those boxes. Right at the top, because I always forget to do this, I always try to wear one of my shirts and then I always forget to shout it out. So if you're new here, I am Stitching Goddess Designs. I design stitchy shirts, also other fun shirts. I have a Facebook group. I have an Instagram page under the same name, Stitching Goddess Designs. And linked down below and all in my social medias are order forms on how you can order shirts. So today I am wearing, I was normal 70 whips ago. Let's be real, 70? Yeah, 70. My number when I started this year, let's talk numbers, y'all. Let's share those undreaded numbers, shall we? My number when I started was 78. 78 when I started this year. I have had one new start this whole entire year. I said this was a year of no new starts at all. I have made one exception. That is most likely the only exception that was going to happen because it was for a very solid, very good reason. I talked about it on my last video. If you didn't catch that, it was Simple Gifts Courage by Praiseworthy Stitches, and I started that on June 11th. So now I'm up to, well, that was number 79 on my list. However, let's see. Let's just see, shall we? I've got one, nothing there. 2, 3, 4, 5 off of my whip list because no, I did put Chopping Mall on there already. Okay, so 4. Only 4? That doesn't make me happy. I feel like there was more. There's not more. 1, 2, 3, yeah, there's only 4. So that takes me down to 75. That's okay. We're okay. I am doing some good solid progress to work towards I think a good chunk of finishes this second half of the year. I feel like we're midway. We're midway. We've gone through 6 months. We're almost at the end of June, so we have gone through 6 months of 2023. We're at the midway point. We're getting ready to start the second 6 months, start July here in a couple of days. So yeah, this is a good midway check-in. I can tell you, Scary Apothecary. Okay, so also, this is a little important too. If I'm stitching a series, of which also I am not physically capable of stitching part of a series. If it's a series, one, you've got me hooked already because it's a series. Because I am a collector at heart. It's almost like an OCD kind of mental disorder. If you give me number 1 of something, I'm gonna want number 2, 3, 4, 5, however many there are. If you give me number 9 of something, that means I gotta go buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have to have the entire series. So I have become a little bit more selective on which series I'm collecting and stitching. I am looking at the entire series. I'm making sure I love every aspect about the entire series before I'm committed to stitching that series. all of this to say, if I have started stitching a series, the entire series is one whip on my whip list. So, for example, Scary Apothecary has 9 little pennant ornament type, I don't know, I feel a little bit bigger than ornaments, but there's 9 in that series. So I don't have each individual one listed on my whip list. Oh my God, my whip list would be insane. Like I would be probably close to 200 if I had everything listed, because I have a lot of monthly series that I'm doing as well. So that's 12. But I digress. The whole entire series is one entry on my whip list, so it doesn't get marked off until the entire series is complete. As I complete individual sections of it, for my own little happy brain, and because there are no rules, let's be real, there's no police here, but for my own little happy brain, I will count that as a finish, but I don't get to mark it off my whip list. It's fine. Everything, we're just here for the fun, right? Right. So on my finish list, I do have January, February, March, April, those monthly ones that I've been finishing. May was already done going into this year, and I need to add June on here because I did finish June. But I'm not going to get able to cross that off my whip list until I finish the entire year. So, and Scary Apothecary I did finish one. You're going to see that in a minute. But that will be a finish in July. Off of my whip list, all 9 complete. I'm so excited. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to show you all of those in a minute. I feel like Grimm's Fairy Tales is pretty close. Sorry, I'm looking at my list. Grimm's Fairy Tales is about halfway. If I make a big push, I could probably get that one finished. Plus I have my ones that I'm working on every single month. So like the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, that's definitely going to be done because I'm getting 1 done every month. I did 2 this month. I'll show you that in a minute. What other little like series things are close to finishes? I don't know. I'm looking. This is not good. Not good, folks. Not good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a whole bunch that's going to get crossed off anymore. I will tell you that for this second half of the year, I'm starting to get excited for 2024. I am definitely feeling the itch to want to start things, but I am more feeling the itch to get some of these finished because they're big, huge whips and they need to get some progress on them. I need to start pulling and really getting a focus whip of the month and maybe getting them finished or really close to a finish within the month. At the beginning of 2023, sorry, back itching. At the beginning of 2023 in my BNS a planner, I wrote down some goals for the year and what projects were near a finish and I could see a finish happening this year. Of those, I have finished 3. One of the Frosty Friends ornaments, which is a series, but they're so huge that I made my whip list, whatever. Just embrace the insanity that is my organized brain. But those ones are individually on my board, on my list. I finished the Halloween calendar and I finished Chopping Mall. So, Summer and Stars Hollow, which we've had spring as well, and spring didn't even get started. Summer and Stars Hollow, I want to get finished. Come In for a Spell, close to a finish. Scary Apothecary is going to get finished this next month. Welcome to My Haunted Home should be easy enough to finish. Witchy Washy is about midway, so I think I could make that a focus and finish. And Grimm's Fairy Tales, which I would like to get finished as well. So there's a little bit of a mid-year halfway point kind of a check-in deal, I guess. My whip go, while we're talking about goals and things that need to be done here, At the back of the BNS planner, there are grid pages, and I made a whip-go board back here. Stupid messed up my O, and I was unhappy about it, but I made a little smiley face. Anyways, my whip-go board, and my numbers as they're called in the months that they're called, and then I put a little smiley face for the ones that have been completed. So far, so good. Mid-year, I have done my stitches. So my goals, I have all of my whips up here. My goals, 500 stitches in each project, as it's called, in the month it's called. That's the huge disclaimer. In the month it's called. If it doesn't get done in the month it's called, oh well, too sad, so sad. Too sad, so bad. You don't get a blackout. But so far, so good. I need to do 4 was Chopping Mall. Blew that out of the water. 16 is Baba Yaga, which I am working on right now. Today's the 28th. I have the 28th, 29th, 30th. Where's my little counter? If you are unfamiliar, I have these little like tally counter thingy. And I just mark them off. I've been marking them off as I highlight that because I have to highlight this pattern. I'm at 352, so I only need 150 more stitches for that to be done, but I may just keep that out and work on it for the rest of the month. Get some good progress in on it. More than 500 stitches. July, Grimm's Fairy Tales was called, so that might be a good push for July. 21 is my Snow Friends banner. That's a restart, but it's already on my web list because it was officially started. I need to restart it on 18 count. I think I'm going to love it on 18 count. Plus I have to cut the fabric the right size this time because the last time, that's why it's a restart. I was stitching it on 14 count and I cut the fabric the wrong size. But because it was 14 count, I was doing 3 strands, which I hated. What else was I saying? Oh, the fabric was the wrong size. So, phone distracted me, sorry. And then the other number that was called was 13. 13 is the free space, so I have that as a free space. So, it's just the Snow Friends banner and Grimm's Fairy Tales. I foresee myself having a lot of stitchy time this month. As long as nothing that really bogs me down or gets no life interruptus happens. I'm hoping for a good stitching month. So I foresee, you know what, I'm making it public right here and right now, and y'all can call me out on it. You can send me text message reminders, message me, like whatever you need to do to hold me accountable that by next week, when I record next week, which, what is next week? Oh my goodness, will I even be here? Because there's a lot of traveling happening in July. It will be July 5th. I will be here. Next week, when you see me by July 5th, I will have corrected my Patriotic Dementor. I will have dyed him, done whatever I need to do. And if the dye didn't work, then I will have ripped him out and started him over again. Whatever needs to happen, my Dementor will be fixed by the time I see you next week. And I will be able to continue progress on Frogworks Year 3. Frogworks Year 4 is happening in only just a couple of weeks. I will not be starting Frogworks Year 4 because no new starts. But I have tons of progress that needs to be done on Frogworks Year 3. So I'm making that my goal. Fix the Patriotic Dementor. Because of that Patriotic Dementor, I have not picked that whip up and worked on it at all. At all. Because I know I need to fix that. And I just need to get it out and fix it. So let me just get into some stitching. We're 15 minutes in and I haven't actually showed you a stitched piece yet. So let's do that. And then we can touch back more on travel plans and things that are happening in July. I'm so excited for July. Okay. Last I saw you, it was the 21st, and I was going to stitch on Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow a day late. I usually It's on my calendar to work on the 20th of every month. This is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. There it is. This is the Carriage House Samplings pattern. Absolutely, I mean, oh, they're 92 by 92. It's a huge piece. I have this one done, working on this one right now. So you can see what it will look like. And here is where I am on the second block. So I was talking to Bobby from Pumpkin Creek Primitives, and she said it looks like a volcano. And it does. It totally does. If you take away the top of this tree here, that's a volcano. So yeah, I don't know. I think I filled in a whole bunch here. I got a little snicky. I stitched a little bit of this snicky. My little danger noodles. So, and I think I stitched up around this tree too a little bit. This is my progress on Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Oh, the pattern. Almost forgot the pattern. Okay. Then, in no particular order here, maybe no particular order. I think this was next. I think this is what I pulled out and worked on next, was the Scary Apothecary. So we're going to dive into this, and I'm going to show you everything in here. This entire series, I only have one pattern in here because I only have one left, is by Hands On Design. It is the Scary Apothecary series, and we have little, you see what I mean, little pennants here. This one is coffin paint, and this is the one that needs to be done. I have last year and this year been using these Scary Apothecaries to do Colorado Cross Stitchers summer camp. If you just do a hashtag cross stitch camp, I believe, the goal is to start something brand new at the beginning of the month, finish it by the end of the month. Not FFO, just finish it by the end of the month. And this month, for June, was to stitch on something with birds. Next month is to stitch on something that grows. I'm sure she was meaning trees, plants, those kinds of things. However, there are spiders on here. Spiders grow. They do. So this, I'm counting this. Spiders grow. That's what I'll be working on. Now I have my fabric all ready to go. But I wanted to show you all of the ones that I have done. So, Cauldron Cleaner. I love those cats. They're so cute. Broomstick Fuel. What does it say? Broom Vroom. Broom Vroom. Skeleton Polish. No Tarnish Varnish. And these all have Kreinik embellishments in them. They're kind of hard to see on camera. Bitter Brew is the one I just finished this last week. Stitch on something with birds. It's got birds. The consensus is this is a sign. So I was thinking pumpkin. Somebody else was I was also thinking cauldron. It's a sign. But will you guys look at those potion bottles? I cannot even. And then little sparkly spiders. And it says, for a foul scowl. Bitter brew for a foul scowl. Ooh, I love it. And then I'm going to... So that's 4 that have not been FFO'd yet. But I do have some that have been FFO'd. So we've got Cackle Lozenges. Shriekwell. Look at that frog. That frog is in Kreinik. Oh, so good. And we've got Spider Legs. Now, Spider Legs, so I have these template boards already all cut out and ready to go. I accidentally stitched Spider Legs on 18 count, so that's why it's got a really wide border there, but it's okay. Oh, little spiders, they all sparkle eyes. Spider Legs, serving size 8. Oh, Kathy Haberman cracks me up. Bat Bomb. Zing for your wing. Those wonderful bats up there. Where's some sparkly? There's some sparklies right there. I don't know. It's kind of around. I thought I saw something weird. Okay, we're good. And Snail Slime. I really do think this is probably my favorite one. Take a slug. Look at those needles. If I had to go back and do it again, I would have stitched the potions in Kreinik too. But the bubbles coming out are what's in Kreinik. So, and then you got some Kreinik spiders up there. Oh, I love this one. Okay, so for my FFOing, I got this, it's like a one-stranded cord thing. It's on a spool. It's at Michael's. And then I just took a really long piece, twisted it to death, let it go, and then it just, it gathers up on itself, so it became a cording. And that's what I put around. And then I have these little poofs, my little poofs that I put on the ends of all of them. I got a straight pin. Ooh, that straight pin's coming out. I got a straight pin here and put a little bow ribbon up here. I got some black spider web. It's kind of got some glitter on it to hang. Sorry, I'm really shaky. To hang. And then I have a window frame type opening situation. It's got little clippies where you can like clip pictures or something. Well, I'm going to be clipping these in there and hanging them all, and it has 9 openings, and it does have an opening up at the top, and I don't know if I'm going to take this out of the frame or if I'm going to mount it up there at the top some way. I don't know. Maybe I can get my husband to put a little shelf up there at the top and I can sit this up there. But right at the beginning when the series was first released, and it might still be on the Hands-On Design website, I have not actually gone and verified this or checked, but there was a freebie pattern associated with the Scary Apothecary series, and I think she sent it out as a freebie to get like people excited for the actual series. And I stitched that before I even knew about the series. So this is the freebie pattern. I wished I would have stitched it on white to go more with, but I didn't even know about these yet. And this is it's just fun. And this frame, can we talk about this frame? I don't even know where I got this. I think it was at like a thrift store or something. But you've got some Kreinik up there for the bubbles coming out, the potions, spells, charms. Absolutely love it. It kind of fits in with my Harry Potter themed room, but if I get some sort of a shelf, I can sit it up there at the top, and then I can have all the Scary Apothecaries hanging. Or maybe I just stitch this again and it's more in theme with the FFOing here. I don't know. It's a really quick stitch. So there is everything you have ever wanted to know about the Scary Apothecary series. I promise. All of it. Everything you needed to know. And I have all of that in this amazing bag by Pinky Promises on Etsy. Love her bags. Okay, what other stitching do we have to show you? That's over there. I need to get it out of my flowery stand. The 'Twas the Night. I love this bag. Oh, it's so good. 'Twas the Night series by JBW Designs. And this bag, by the way, is by get all of the patterns out. I'm so sorry. Hold, please. Everything is in this bag. Literally everything. So it's hard to pull everything out. That's So Kelly Co. And then it came with this cute little thing that you can hang your threads from. And okay. Everything's out. I am working on number 3. So I did this one and I did this one to catch up, because this one was supposed to be May, and I didn't stitch May. June, July, and then this is number 4. July, August, September, October, and then that gives me the month of November to FFO them all, and then I have them to display on Christmas for December. That's the plan. So I did catch up because I didn't want to, I wanted to be done in October. So I did a catch up. So I did this in a day, and I did this in a day. They're a night, you know, however much time you have to stitch in a day, you can get it done. They're quick stitches. But there they both are. So there's that one up close. I did change, I think that's supposed to be a teddy bear, and it was yellow, and I changed it to brown. Also, she's randomly, all of a sudden, I need a navy, and I was, you know, when you get in your stitchy chair and you're all set up, and then you have to get up and go, it's just too much. And it was for the bottom of the skate and the eyes of the bear, and I don't know, so I used black, but the eyes of the bear I used a light blue. So, oh, and this present is light blue, and then she wanted the navy there, but I just put pink in instead. So there's that one, and then this one, oh, I love those. I love those gold seed beads. Okay, here's another tangent. I had a little note thingy. Here we go. The Summer Stitches Challenge, hosted by the Naptime Stitcher on Etsy. Instagram. We're gonna get there, folks. On Instagram, if you go to Instagram and you search for the Naptime Stitcher, she has all the information on what she's doing for the Summer Stitches Challenge. It's not, I mean, it's nothing for a prize or anything. It's just a fun post, share, use the hashtag, stitch along. It's a 2-week long thing, and she's got prompts for each day. Make your whip fit the prompt, or skip a day, like whatever you want to do. So the first day was to stitch on something with words. Boom, words. The second day was to stitch on something with water. Snow is water. See? Make it work. Today, I cannot remember what today is. Phone. I have a picture. I've been saving the pictures. She posts a picture every day, so you know what it is. Stitch on something with a house or a building. What I'm stitching on today has a house, so that is going to count as well. Okay. Let me put all the 'Twas the Night away so I don't get all messed up here. Okay. Now, my one that I am currently working on right now, and for my Whip Go Goal, is Baba Yaga. I have this in this amazing Harry Potter bag by Jordy's Handmade. I believe she was at Stitch West, possibly. Okay, here's Baba Yaga. Autumn Lane Stitchery. This came fully kitted. It came in the 31 days October Halloween B&S box from 2 years ago. So it's fully kitted, and because it's fully kitted, it came with the called for floss and fabric, 32 count linen. So I'm working on 32 count linen. I've got my readers on. I'm trying to do all the things, and I'm still having a hard time. It's when I get to the darker sections of the fabric, like when I was working in it right here, I'm like, I can't see the freaking holes. When I'm in the lighter part, it's better. But here's where I'm at. It does go down. I'm currently working. I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap. It does go down a little bit more, but not much. But I've been working up this tree, and I'm working and filling in some of this other color because I was getting bored with that color. This needle minder is from Agnes Needle Minders. Oh, so good. Agnes Little Minders. Yeah. So this is where I'm at on this 32 count linen, and I have it like, can you hear it? It's drum tight because I'm trying to stretch the holes out as much as I can so I can stitch on it. So this will work for day number 3 because Baba Yaga's house is a house. It's a hut. Turn your back to me. Turn your face to the hut. Hut, hut. No, turn your back to the forest, your face to me. Hut, hut. Anyways, for anybody who's watched The Witcher. But I mean, it was a thing before The Witcher. Anyways, I have this all floss dropped up with all the amazing floss drops that you get when you're at retreats from all the different people. I believe these are Jan Hicks. I've got some from Alexis, my amazing world. I mean, that's what's fun about getting all these floss drops, is that, who's this one by? Judy, City Stitcher. It's just you get all these different fun floss drops, and then when you pull out your pattern and you working on your design, you get to see all these fun things and be reminded. And they have a Slytherin floss drop, stud jewelry, whatever you want to call it. All the pretties for all the patterns and all the kits and all the things. But yeah, I have to highlight because, oof, this pattern. And yeah, I'm highlighting right on the original. Come at me. It's how I do. It's how I roll. Okay, what else do I have to talk about? StitchCon. I came home with a bunch of stuff, and as I was digging through my bag, I found a random something that got pulled off of the freebie table and stuck into my bag. And I thought maybe that it was Colleen, because Colleen, Rebel Stitcher, did it to me the year before. But I have since found out the culprit is actually Janelle, Coffee, Wine, and Stitching Time, stuck this in my bag. So I think Janelle is going to get that little J stitched up for her and sent to her. But if you are sensitive to suggestive, maybe inappropriate content, now's the time to maybe look away. But can we talk about the design for the letter K on this pattern? What's happening here? What are we doing? What? I don't approve. This pattern is by Just Cross Stitch. Supplement to Just Cross Stitch. Was this like from the magazine? I don't know. There's your little tidbit there. Of course, I won't start it this year. I'll stitch it for her next year at some point. Okay, here's some haul. Happy mail that I got. Stacie Stitches Creative Studio. Boop. I don't know if you can pause and use your phone to QR code that, but Stacie Stitches Creative Studio. I'm a rep. It's linked down below, so you don't even need the QR code. It's linked down below. You can use my code GODDESS10 for 10% off your order, which, of course, why would you pay full price for Stitchy goodness? She has a fabulously finished kit, quarterly. I think it's quarterly. It's a subscription thing, so you sign up, you get your invoice, you pay your invoice, you get a kit in the mail. Now, these kits are just full of finishing items. There's no pattern that goes with it or anything like that. It's just a collection, a themed collection of finishing items so that you can use your stitching to then FFO something. Fabulously finished something. The fabulously finished comes from her husband because she had a floss tube a while back with her husband and her son on it, and she was asking him questions, and she asked, what do you think FFO means? And her husband said fabulously finished object. I don't know if he said object, but he did say fabulously finished. So the theme was June Patriotic, and I will read to you the things that we got. I'm going to start with pièce de résistance because it's right at the top. Wood flag made by Union Woodworking. Y'all, can you... It's a good size. It's a really good size. It has a nice smooth finish to it. It does say... She did say somewhere that it has a clear coat. Where did I see it? Wood has a clear coat, but can be painted if you choose to do so. She wrote it on the back of the card. So you can paint it if you want to like fill in with the blues and the reds and whatever. But I think it's stunning just like this. And then he even included a hanger on the back so you can hang it up. I think it would make a nice tray situation too, but you could put a good patriotic finish here, maybe a long banner one down here. I don't know. The idea is percolating. Also in this kit we got this finishing fabric. It says, you know, home of the brave, established 1776, America, liberty, that kind of stuff. and like quilting fabric. And then we've got some charms, a star and a 2023. We got those charms, and we got this. This is, they're tied up in a, they're connected in a ribbon, but they're like poofy little stars. I don't want to take it out of the bag because it was hard getting it all already. We got a white ribbon, a red ribbon, a blue ribbon, and then this ribbon with the gold stars on it. So you got all these little different ribbons and fabrics and finishing things that you can do. A patriotic finish. Absolutely love that. You can find out more on how to like sign up for that, get registered for that on her website. Okay. Then I had an outing day because, you know, when you just been sitting in your house and feeling blah, as I do most days, it's nice to just be able to just get out and go do something. I will say my back paid for it. I was in a lot of pain by the time I got home because I was out walking around and going to different stores, but mental health wise, it was good to get out. And I've done 90% of my shopping these past years online. I don't go to the store anymore. So whatever. I masked up, went to the stores, I did the things. I went to Michael's. I don't remember what I got at Michael's, but I did go to Michael's. And then I went in that same little strip mall area. We've got a Barnes & Noble that's been there for almost a year. It's brand new, like just opened there. And I've never gone. So I checked out the Barnes & Noble. I had so much fun walking into the bookstore. It's in a strip mall, but it's like all the wood and the books and everything. Everything's brand new. If y'all are addicted to books like I have been most of my life, walking into that bookstore, that smell, it's just so good. So good. I will say they did have it's a small Barnes and Noble. It's definitely not a big one. Like, it doesn't have the cafe and all those fancy things. We did have a big, large one in a neighboring town. It got closed. Safety issues. Honestly, I think there was just too much crazy in that neighborhood. Anyways, open the one here. It's in a strip mall area. It's like right next door to a Target, kind of in that area. So it's definitely smaller. It doesn't have that cafe and stuff to sit down, but they did have a couple of places to sit down and read a book if you wanted to sit down, and it was fun browsing all the things. I got a new Lego set. And I had a few stacked up that I hadn't built yet. So I went ahead and I built all of the classroom sets. They close up into books, but then they open up to display the different classrooms. There is a set of 6 of them. Let's see if I can name them all off. There's Transfiguration, Potions, Charms, and Herbology. Those are the 4 house teachers and their classrooms. And then we also have Divination and Defense Against the Dark Arts. So I got them all complete and displayed in my little case there, and I have the whole entire thing full of Legos. I'll pop a video in of the classrooms and then a picture of like the whole case all together, and I will put those in there now. Okay, I should have probably been in the magical haul section, but that's okay. We're basically at the end of the video anyways. It's fine. So that was a little bit of magical haul, but I've already built it, so I can't show it to you other than to show you those videos and those pictures. Okay, at Barnes & Noble, I also got a book, a physical, actual, I mean, the hundreds that I have, but I got myself a new book. Smells so good. And I was just perusing the shelves, and it's really cute because they have like little recommendations that you can tell maybe patrons have made these recommendations. They wrote them down and then they stick them by the books. So I got The Lake by Natasha Preston after reading all the different little reviews, read the back of the book and all the things. So I think there was like a thing underneath these books saying that they're all really fast-paced, really good, and you can read them individually, which kind of piqued my interest. I haven't started reading it yet, but I'm excited to just sit down and read a physical book. Like, I haven't done that in years, to just read a physical book. So I was happy to buy a book. It was my happy time. And then, of course, we got some fun book. Logic Puzzles Super Challenge, 200 puzzles in here, is by USA Today. I am a stupid super fan of logic puzzles and like working out all the different. They give you the clues. You just need to use your own logic to get there and get the answer. Love those. At Five Below, which also continue down the strip mall, is in that section. I found this. I used my husband's folding one that he has, and it's like, it's actually a step. I mean, this one is a step stool too. It doesn't say on here. Now, remember, this is from Five Below, and this thing cost $5.55 inflation. Oh wait, it does say maximum weight 200 pounds, so it won't hold me. Disclaimer, I weigh more than 200 pounds. It won't hold me, but I'm not using this as a step stool because that was the first thing my husband said. Well, how much weight does it hold? I'm like, I don't need it to be rated for weight. I'm not using it for that. I'm using it to be able to put my feet up while I'm at retreats. I need to have my feet elevated. I can't have my feet just sitting on the ground. So it's a little collapsible, go back, folds flat, easy, carry, thing, handle, there you go. $5.55 at Five Below. If you have a Five Below, it may be online too, I don't know. That's a little good tip for elevating your feet. Let's see. Let me check my little notes here. I wanted to I am so bad at shouting out Flosstubers that I watch and giving them the lift up that everybody needs. I mean, there's hundreds of Flosstubers out there, and it's so hard to, I mean, it's impossible to follow every single person. But I found a new Flosstubers, a new channel, and they're my new best friends. They don't know me. They don't know me at all. I've commented on them as I've been watching them, but they've got 20 videos out, maybe 21 now, but when I found them, 20. That's totally doable. I'm a completist, so started at number 1, and I'm working my way through. I think I'm up to like 12. I think I'm up to episode 12. They're my new best friends because I'm binging them, and I'm loving every freaking minute of it. They are running with scissors. They are Jane and Julie. Julie is a former retired designer of cross-stitch patterns and Hardanger patterns. Whoa, my mouth just had a seizure. And Jane is her amazing best friend, and their banter back and forth is absolutely amazing. Definitely the first couple of videos they're stiff, but everybody always is. The more the videos go on, the more light-hearted joking with each other, the more it's just so much fun to watch them. Their banter back and forth, you can see their friendship. It's just so much fun. I can definitely tell that Julie has, I mean, I definitely think she uses colorful language on the regular. Maybe has a little bit of an inappropriate mind. But they're trying, so far, Julie is trying very hard to keep her videos professional. And you can tell there's moments where she's like, wants to say a word, and she has to struggle to find a replacement. And I absolutely love them. They're so much fun. I found them through Welcome Stitchery's Flosstube. Oh, it's Whips and Sips or it's Welcome Stitchery? I can't actually remember what their channel is called off the top. I know they always say Whips and Stips, but I think the actual channel on YouTube is called Welcome Stitchery. Anyways, they're amazing. They're in Minnesota, and Running with Scissors are in Minnesota as well. So they were shouting out other fellow Minnesota floss tubers, and that's how I found them. They're lots of fun. They have lots of tips and tricks, and they stitch Hardanger, both of them. Well, obviously Julie designed, but they both stitch Hardanger. And maybe when I grow up, I would like to give that a try. Maybe do like a small little, and just, you know, cute little design or something. It's so freaking beautiful. The specialty stitches, all of the things, but then wrapping it and cutting it. The more they talk about it though, the more I'm becoming obsessed. And also, Julie just fully finished stitching, FFO'd everything out of the pattern by Sue Hillis called Something Wicked. It's the first one. I have both of them, but I have that first one fully kitted. And seeing her it makes me want to get it out and get it going. It's not even a start though. It's not started, it's just fully kitted. Anyways, go check them out. Running with Scissors. I also wanted to shout out Stitched by Liz. She's in Australia. Her and her husband do these videos. Now, I say her and her husband. She does the video. Her husband does the editing. But then he drops in little comments wherever they show up. And I absolutely love seeing his little comments pop up. He's made, I think it was just this last episode, and maybe the episode before, where he was on and they did a whole like Q&A kind of a thing, cross stitch related, relationship related, all the questions that people shouted out and wanted answered. And one of those questions was, will you ever cross stitch? And he was like, and then somewhere he decided in his head that if they made it to 2,000 subscribers, he would learn how to cross stitch. They're at 1,000, I think they're at 1.19 or something like that. So they got a ways to go, but the more we spread the word, the more we can get them to 2K, and he can learn how to cross stitch. Because it's on video. There's video evidence, there's video proof that he will do it. So go check her out, Stitched by Liz, here on Flosstube, and I absolutely love sitting and listening to her. I love accents. So just talk to me. All the talking, and I just love hearing it. That's it. That's all I got. I also, in watching all these Flosstubes and seeing all the things, I need a sign off. I always just be like, okay, bye, and then I'm done. I need a sign off. I need something fun to say. So I practiced before I got on here, and now let's see if I can remember it. I was almost about ready to say goodbye to you and do my sign off that I practiced and all of the things, and I totally forgot. I didn't do any life updates. I've read all of the comments from last week. I thank every single one of you who commented, who watched, who didn't, like, all of you are in my thoughts and prayers and hugs and good vibes and all of the love. I felt all of the love, but I need to give all of the love back too, because so many people that commented were like, I'm right there with you. I'm going through this, I'm going through that. And just to know that you're not alone, and to be able to watch a video where somebody else is going through the same thing as you and talking about the same things that you're struggling with. Know it makes you know that you're not alone, and it feels better to other people, to know that other people are experiencing the same things that maybe you're experiencing. They're struggling with the same things that you're maybe struggling with. So you're not the crazy one. It's not just you. other people do this too. So, life updates since I have seen you last is really only the one. I had one doctor's appointment with my pain management doctor. I let him have it. He's a great doctor. He's like apologizing profusely, but I basically was like, no, that did not work. I was in severe pain after that epidural. Then a delayed reaction to the steroids throughout the week. Like, I didn't immediately have it like steroid reactions, but it kind of makes sense because it's localized, and then as the week went on it kind of spread out, right? But I had nights of no sleep. I had a severe migraine to the point of vomiting. I'm trying to think like what I had a whole 24-hour period where I had like 6 anxiety attacks, couldn't get it under control, all of those things. So and I let him have it. I was like, nope, because I knew he was going to come at me with, let's do it again. Nope, we're not doing that again. I'm not. It was super painful and it did not work. And he was like, well, this first one we came in from the sides. The second one will be right down the middle, more in the centralized column. No. I have my appointment scheduled with the surgeon's nurse practitioner on July 10th. That's also my son's birthday. We're going to celebrate his birthday the weekend because July 10th is a Monday. So we're going to celebrate prior. But his sweet 16. I know he's a boy, but he's 16. My baby is 16. I cannot even. Anyways, squirrel. Appointment with the surgeon. Ask all the questions, get all the details, do all the things. From talking to my MS doctor, he seems to think that surgery is necessary. So if that is the case, there's no point in doing another epidural and putting myself through that if I'm just going to have surgery. Like, let's just get the pain management under control, or just continue the pain management, and then, get the surgery done so that I can, please God, use my back again. I cleaned up in here before doing this Flosstube. I cleaned off this chair, I don't even know, doom chair, black hole chair. I don't know what it is because things just collect. It's right next to me. So I just keep putting things over there, and it just ends up piled with crap. So I cleaned off the chair. I got whips put away and back into bags where they go. I have this whole pile over here cleared. Everything's picked up and cleaned. And then, the pain in my back went up to like an 8 or a 9. I'm like breathing heavy. I'm sweating. My heart rate is elevated. And it was 10, maybe 15 minutes of picking up things. And just doing that was enough to be like, okay, I gotta sit down, bust out my fan myself, get an ice pack. I need to cool off. I need to get my heart rate back down, my body temperature back down, because I'm pushing through the pain. So yeah, the pain gets up to an 8 or a 9. Sit down, make it go away. No, I've got to finish the task I'm doing. So I keep pushing through, and by the time I'm done, I'm just like, ooh. So, and I'm not pushing myself to like clean my entire house and, go run a marathon and mow the yard. I'm not pushing myself to do those things. I just want to do a 10-15 minute cleanup real quick. Clean up everything, make my house, my area less crazy, and I can't even seem to do that. So it's frustrating to say the least, but I'm told there's an end in sight. There's hopefully a fix coming. I just have to be patient, and patience is not one of my virtues that I am good with. So it's a struggle. but we're gonna get there. And like I said in the last video, there's good days, there's bad days. I definitely turn on the bubbly for y'all, but it's not always there. Anyways, there's the life updates. Now I can say goodbye. Now I can say the practice little sign off that I'm so excited to have. I have my little intro that I always do at the beginning, so now we're going to have a sign off at the end, and I'm so happy with that. So with that, have a magical stitchy week, and for now, mischief managed.